see. Hey, hi there guys, Warren here at one of my favorite spots. It's low tide and it's nice and cool. I might get dumped on too, but hopefully it will not do that, and hold out till I'm complete with my rant. But today I want to talk about the words yes and no, specifically no, because I want to remind us gently and calmly that no is a complete sentence. Coincidentally, though, so is yes. But no is so much harder to say. Yes, too, but no in particular is so much harder to say. And I know why that is. It's our human condition. But I mean, there's so many things that happens, though, that are problematic when we are not direct. The number one is unnecessary stress. Okay, let me give you an example. You go to your boss and you say, hey, boss, do you need me to come in tomorrow, let's say, because it's slow? And he or she comes back with, well, if you don't think you have anything that might need done, that is not an answer, okay? It might sound like one, but that is not an answer, because it puts the onus back on your employee to now figure out, what did they mean by that? Should I or shouldn't I? And so they start to stress. And then there are some other things that occur, because now they think, okay, maybe I should go in. And we can talk about things that are not necessarily aligned, like you get in that accident and you start questioning, is it because I went in when I probably could have stayed home? Or unnecessary stress, okay? Because people just don't know how to be direct with both yes and no. And then there is boundaries, okay? Boundaries. Because another example with friends, they ask you if you're going to do thing X, show up at thing X. You don't give an answer necessarily. Your answer is wishy-washy, or theirs is wishy-washy. And then they have to go around and plan around that. And oh, by the way, back to the real issue I have with boundaries is that people will take advantage of the fact that you are not direct. They'll cross those boundaries, your friends, and oh, by the way, families who should know better. But when you are not direct with those two particular categories, it can become really problematic. You can get taken advantage of. And it works both ways. I just used the example of you not giving a direct answer to your friends, let's say, or to your kids. It is hard to do. I'm not naive. It is hard to do, especially with some things, like the things that are going to hurt people, like the kids wanting to eat chocolate before supper. No. Easy. Should I do my homework before I go out and play with my friends? Yes. Not that you're ever going to get that question from a kid. They'll probably try to skirt that. But you get the point. And then I'll wrap up, because I don't want to keep you. I just wanted to remind you of that, because it's so hard to do, and it causes, like I said, so much unnecessary stress. And I think I'm in the shadows, but I kind of like the shot, so I hope you stick around. But here's what it does when you are direct, okay? You give people certainty, and there is not a lot of that around as it is in life, okay? There isn't a lot of certainty. And if you're asking the universe for it, that would be absurd. Hence the theme of our channel. We don't ask the universe for answers, because, let me remind you about that one too, you're not going to get any. And if you are expecting any, the philosopher Albert Camus would be pretty annoyed with you, because, again, expecting any would be even more absurd than thinking that asking it for answers was appropriate. All right? But I'm ranting. But knowing that the universe will offer no answers, here is the one thing I'll leave you with, that being direct gives us certainty, some amount of certainty. All right? No. You can't do that. No, I'm not coming in. No, I'm not going. No, you can't have it. Yes, I'll be there. Yes, go do your homework. Yes, make your bed. Just so much easier. So much easier. And like I said in the open, and if I didn't, no is two letters. Two letters, yet so hard to say. And yes isn't very far behind with three. A little easier to say, but so I'll leave you with that. And yeah, just be a little bit more direct. You owe the people in your lives and around you that. And that's in all of the categories I use. The workplace, homes, friends. We owe each other that, all right? Because again, the universe doesn't offer a lot of anything. So a little bit of certainty through being direct, all right? I'll leave you with that. And until our next conversation, you be good out there. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. And we will talk again soon. I'm going to stick around, though, and I'm just going to step out of the shot. If you want to stick around, you can. If you have to go, I appreciate you stopping by. All right? We'll see you. It is really low today. I can go all the way up. See what I can see. I was hoping maybe to see an octopus, a taco, trapped in the wee beds. I'm sure if I stayed long enough and did that, and there's some but yeah, turned out to be a really nice day so far. The rain clouds are up in the mountains. Mauka. Ooh, what do we have here? Ooh, just a pile.